Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Michael Germain. Today, the Trump campaign announced former President Donald Trump will be hosting a campaign rally in La Crosse. Campaign staff says Trump's rally will be held in the La Crosse Center this Thursday. The rally will feature a town hall format in which the Republican presidential nominee will meet with local Wisconsinites to hear their concerns and share his agenda. In response to the visit, Christy Johnston, a staffer of the Harris campaign, said, quote, "Next week in La Crosse, Donald Trump will have to answer the key question on Wisconsin voters' minds. Why is he trying to make life harder and more expensive for my family?" End quote. Doors will open at 3 p.m. and Trump is expected to speak at 6 p.m. For more information on how to attend, we'll have a link on our digital platforms at news8000.com. As we approach the back-to-school season, students across our area are getting ready to return to the classroom. Last week, in partnership with Cooley Bank, the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club, WKBT hosted our third annual Stuff the Bus school supply drive, aimed at helping children in need. Today, those generous donations are being distributed. The La Crosse area YMCA is working to support families, one person at a time. As part of the back-to-school efforts, the YMCA is providing children with backpacks filled with essential school supplies. Families can choose a backpack and fill it with everything their child needs to start the school year prepared.
Every kid goes back to school with all the supplies and they feel ready for the school year and they can tackle the school year. And mom and dads can get the stuff and not feel like they're going broke buying every single item.
Hygiene items like toothpaste and toothbrushes were also available. This year, the YMCA is striving to support 300 families through this initiative.
Well, it was another warm one out there today. We got our first taste of the heat that's to come this weekend. As we see right now, we're still hanging on to the upper 80s in La Crosse. Much of the area has fallen down to the low to mid 80s, though we did peak just around 88 in La Crosse, and that was the common theme for much of the area, well above average for this time of year, 9 degrees above average in La Crosse. So it was definitely a warm one, really getting us prepared for the warm weather that we have on the way. And we've really been lucky in terms of very hot weather. We've only had 8 90-degree days this summer so far in La Crosse, only 2 in Eau Claire, and that's well below the average of 10 in Eau Claire, 16 in La Crosse. A lot different than our summer last year. We had a lot of them, so we've been very lucky. Here we are, the least amount of 90-degree days that we've had in the last 9 years, so almost a decade. And Monday is going to be our hottest day, and because of that, we're putting out an alert day because heat illness is going to be a very strong possibility. We're forecasting heat indices above 100 degrees, and we do have a round of severe weather that's going to come in the overnight hours, but I'll be able to break this whole thing down as I get into my full forecast.
Nicole, sounds like a plan. Thank you for that. Today in Monroe County, residents had the chance to showcase their artistic talents at the 10th annual Art Outdoors. The event took place at Paul and Matilda Wegner Grotto Park in Sparta, a historic art site established during the Great Depression. Many of the artworks on display were created by Paul and Matilda Wegner themselves. Attendees were invited to draw inspiration from the park and create their own art, offering a unique opportunity for many to explore their creative side.
Especially as we get older in life, as adults, we don't take a lot of opportunities to try art. We hear quite often from people who come here, it's like, I haven't done art since I was in high school. But this is a place where it's a safe place to try art again.
Participants had the opportunity to engage in 3 different art forms today: clay sculpting, mosaic making, and oil pastel painting. It was a special day for children and families across La Crosse. The Parenting Place hosted its 34th annual Children's Festival at Myrick Park. This event offered a wonderful opportunity for parents and kids to disconnect from daily distractions and immerse themselves in quality family time. From engaging arts and crafts to an exciting adventure playground, the festival featured a variety of activities designed to help children thrive and enjoy every moment.
It's all about what we can do as adults to create the environment where children can thrive. And that's what's happening here today.
Officials anticipated a turnout of around 1,000 people, including both parents and children. The village of Coon Valley is celebrating a major milestone. Coon Valley hosted an event to mark its 175th anniversary. The event kicked off with a waffle breakfast at Coon Village Hall, followed by a parade. Attendees also enjoyed live music, played softball, and participated in a treasure hunt. The village historian says it's very exciting to connect with new people and the different generations of the community.
It's been so exciting. It has been great meeting new people and people in the community I didn't know. My family is probably about 6 generations deep here, and so it's been great meeting people that I hadn't met yet and working together just to bring this beautiful day together.
The celebration will end at 10 p.m. with a fireworks show. A rescue mission has been delayed until next year, bringing home 2 NASA astronauts. Those details right after the break.
My day is packed. Client meetings,
patient rounds,
getting kids out the door.
But Eric Hovde thinks all women care about is Hollywood.
It's just deplorable. Sadly, with females, they spend too much time focused on what's going on in Hollywood.
Well, guess what, Eric Hovde?
We know you supported overturning Roe versus Wade.
And we know you'd vote for a national abortion ban, too.
Eric Hovde must think he knows better than us.
What is wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's fall footwear sale is going on now. Shop our unbeatable selection and prices on your favorite brands of fall boots and shoes. Right now, all Skechers are buy one, get one half price. 25% off assorted cat work boots. Plus, find value on quality brands throughout the store, like Centric brake pads, rotors, shoes, and drums, 10% off. Rewards members save 15%. And buy 3 Cooper tires, get 1 free.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Former President Donald Trump received the endorsement of independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. after he announced he would drop out of the race in swing states while remaining in the ballot in some non-competitive states. As CBS Christian Benavides reports, this comes as Trump hopes to regain footing in the polls from Vice President Kamala Harris.
Whoa! Former President Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. joining forces Friday at a rally in Glendale, Arizona.
He's going to have a huge influence on this campaign. Bobby and I will fight together to defeat the corrupt political establishment.
Hours after RFK Jr. announced he's suspending his independent campaign for president and throwing his support behind Trump in swing states where he could be a spoiler candidate.
I would likely hand the election over to the Democrats, with whom I disagree on the most existential issues: censorship, war, and chronic disease.
5 of Kennedy's siblings slammed his decision to endorse Trump, calling it a betrayal of the values that our father and our family hold most dear. CBS News polling shows Kennedy was generating 2% of the vote, though it's not yet clear where his supporters would now go. The Trump campaign hopes it could make a difference in a state like Arizona, where the former president lost by just under 11,000 votes.
This election has a precious, fleeting opportunity to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward.
The Harris team is hoping to build off the momentum from the DNC with just about 70 days to go until Election Day. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
The candidates are set to square off in about 2 weeks on September 10th for the first presidential debate between Harris and Trump. Plans to bring home 2 NASA astronauts who docked at the International Space Station back in June have been delayed until next year. What was supposed to be an 8-day trip into space will now be an almost 9-month journey. NASA says astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams will have to stay aboard the ISS until next February. The Boeing Starliner that launched them there has been deemed unfit to fly them back to Earth. The pair will now return to SpaceX's Crew Dragon spacecraft, and the Starliner will eventually return without a crew.
NASA has decided that Butch and Suni will return with Crew 9 next February, and that Starliner will return uncrewed
over the South Pacific.
NASA says the decision means 2 of the 4 Crew 9 astronauts scheduled for launch to the International Space Station aboard a SpaceX Crew Dragon on September 24th will give up their seats so the Starliner crew can come home in their place next year. The astronauts lifted off aboard the Starliner on June 5th for what was originally billed as an 8-day mission, but problems with helium leaks and the spacecraft's thrusters have delayed their return. NASA officials say Wilmore and Williams are prepared to remain on the ISS for as long as needed. Coming up on News 8, new stunning research regarding the human brain.
We're going to have a hot couple of days ahead of us with heat indices rising above 100 degrees for Monday. I'll have all your details on when we might see a cool down coming right up.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Listen, Eric Hovde, Mr. Fancy California banker, I earned my retirement, but you said you would absolutely cut Social Security and even raise the retirement age. Now you want to take away our right to vote? Eric Hovde, you're one heck of a jerk. Will never have my vote. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Start your adventure and get in a new Jeep at Pischke Motors La Crosse or Pischke Motors West Salem.
Make this the summer with Jeep. Stop into Pischke Motors now for 0% APR for 36 months on a 2024 Compass, Grand Cherokee, Wrangler, Gladiator, and Wagoneer. These Jeeps are ready for your next adventure. Pure comfort and functionality at your fingertips with the power and confidence you know Jeep provides. Stop in now because this offer ends August 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and drive away in your new Jeep.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Get up to 10% off sale prices or no interest for 3 years. The Labor Day sale at Home Furniture.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
There's a side of Eric Hovde you might not know. In his 20s, he was diagnosed with MS, and in that moment, his life and priorities changed. Eric started Hovde Homes. Hovde Homes rescue abandoned children from sex trafficking and slavery. For children who never experienced real love, Hovde Homes offer the love, care, and support they need to heal. MS changed Eric's life, and thousands of children are alive today because of it.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
There may be new help on the way for women struggling with the symptoms of menopause. Bayer says its experimental pill blocks brain chemicals that produce hot flashes and night sweats. It's called elinzanetant. It works through a different mechanism than traditional treatments, which replace the hormones estrogen and progesterone. Many doctors are reluctant to prescribe those because some studies show they increase risk for stroke, cancer, and heart disease. But the business of healthcare might present a sizable hurdle for the new drug. Last year, a similar medication called Veozah was approved. A new study suggests a surprising level of plastic can be found in the human brain. The researchers examined brain, kidney, and liver tissues from nearly 100 people who underwent forensic autopsies in 2016 and this year. They found that brain samples contain more plastic particles than kidney and liver samples. The 2024 brain samples were 0.5% plastic by weight. Experts emphasize the need for more research to understand the potential impact. The study has been posted online as a preprint and has not yet been peer-reviewed or published. Experts recommend limiting plastic exposure by avoiding plastic bags and using real silverware instead of plastic utensils. Resources aimed to combat COVID-19 are returning as the U.S. grapples with a peak summer wave of infections. Government health officials have announced the return of free tests, vaccines, and treatments to help the nation through the winter respiratory virus season. Free COVID tests, vaccines for children from low-income families, and the antiviral drug Paxlovid will be available. The updated COVID-19 vaccines have been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and will soon be in pharmacies. The COVIDtest.gov website will reopen in late September, and households can order up to 4 free at-home tests. Additional costs and tests will be available at community sites. Temperatures here in La Crosse are set to increase, then drop again below normal. So let's send it over to meteorologist Nicole Skalicki for a look at our weekend weather forecast.
Yeah, we got a hot one ahead of us. We already have some heat advisories out for Sunday afternoon. This is going to be from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. Mainly, you can see it in these kind of orange or salmon colored counties. And that's for a heat index forecasted up to 102 degrees for tomorrow. So definitely part of our area is going to see some of those higher heat index values tomorrow. But Monday is going to be the day where almost all of us could be seeing those heat index values getting above 100 degrees. So that's why we have an alert day issued again. This is going to be for all day Monday. For all areas, all counties, we do have a strong chance for almost everybody to be seeing these very high heat index values, with some areas even getting up to 105 or a little bit above that. So it's going to be very hot. It's not going to feel great. A lot of heat illnesses, will be possible with that, especially with such high temperatures. As we can see, going into Sunday, we'll peak at a little bit below 100 degrees for most areas. Again, mainly west and along the Mississippi River Valley is where you're going to see the highest heat indices tomorrow. Monday is going to be a problem for everybody, with many areas getting above 100 degrees. Tuesday will cool down a little bit. It's kind of weird saying cool down when we're still in those mid-90s, but it'll feel a little bit cooler after we get through Monday. And then by Wednesday, we should be back to around average. So we also have a severe weather chance for Monday night into the overnight hours. So it's going to be a pretty active weather day in terms of heat and and storms. The main concern with these storms is going to be that damaging wind and hail, and this is mainly going to be north of I-90 for now. Now, this is still a changing situation. This could change in the next few days, but this is what we're expecting right now, seeing this big line of storms starting to pop up and make its way through just before midnight, and it's really traveling fast. Already by 1 in the morning, it's making its way out of the area, and we should be clear by 2. So this timing and the exact location and all of this is still up for change, as it's still a couple days out, but there is a good chance for those severe chances with these storms, and then maybe a couple more scattered that come back for Tuesday morning into the afternoon. Now, we do have a level 2 slight risk for severe thunderstorms for Monday, so we are still going to be monitoring that for any changes. Now, apart from all that, we'll see a couple light showers tonight, more rain chances going into Tuesday and Thursday, and again, we'll have that cool down come mid next week. Here we are in the sky tracker for tonight. Again, just very few sprinkles. Most of us are remaining dry. Some of this might not even be hitting the ground, but there is a possibility to just get a pavement wetter out there or something along those lines. Lows are going to be staying pretty high tonight too, and after those few sprinkles tonight, our main rain chances are going to be for Monday going into that Tuesday day, and then Thursday is going to be where we get those widespread rain showers. Tonight, it's staying warm. Many of us aren't even going to get down to the 60s, staying in the low 70s for our overnight lows. And then tomorrow, again, we're seeing highs back into the 90s. Once again, those feels like temperatures are already back up to 90 by noon. And then by 4 p.m., again, much of us could be seeing heat index values in the 100 range. Again, Monday is going to be the hottest day and those severe weather chances later in the night. After that, though, it should hopefully quiet down, get us some cooler weather.
For sure. Definitely maybe go to a lake, swim at the pool, but definitely going to be really important, like you said, heat-related illnesses. Make sure you're staying hydrated, drinking a whole bunch of water.
100%, yes.
Sounds like a plan. Nicole, thank you. Coming up in sports, the Packers take the field for their final preseason game, plus the Viterbo V-Hawks back on the volleyball court for a top 15 matchup. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Life has become too expensive. Groceries and gas have gotten out of control, and red tape is killing the economy. But fortunately, our Congressman Derek Van Orden is fighting for solutions to make living more affordable for us in Wisconsin. He's advocating for common sense bills that would make everyday items like gas and groceries more affordable.
Now, Congress has an opportunity to lower costs by cutting red tape. Tell Congressman Van Orden to keep working to lower costs and support the Red Tape Reduction Act.
At Peace of Mind Counseling, we believe that everyone has the ability to change and grow. Find your peace of mind. We can help.
Collector car into cash. Remlinger Collector Car Auctions is now taking consignments for its fall auction on September 27th and 28th in Winona, Minnesota. Visit RemlingerAuctions.com to consign now and maximize your earnings. Early consigners receive the most exposure to our eager pre-qualified bidders. Reserve your spot today and join the excitement. Remlinger Collector Car Auctions, where every car has a story and every bid is an adventure.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. You got a bunch of loudmouth, preening politicians. It's absolute chaos. I'm Derek Van Orden, and after 26 years as a Navy SEAL, there's a few things that I learned. You stay on mission, you know what you're fighting for, and sometimes you gotta get a little dirty to finish the job. Let's go, kids. Not you. Not you. You. Let's go. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Not only has football returned, but all of the fall sports, including volleyball, are back. The Viterbo V-Hawks trying to follow up one of the best seasons in school history, where they made it all the way to the NAIA semifinals before falling short of the national championship match. The V-Hawks just 1-5 to start the year, but they were back at home looking for a win. Let's go there. V-Hawks hosting number 11 ranked Missouri Baptist. Viterbo ranked 5 preseason. First set, V-Hawks starting strong. The set to the outside, and Howie Halverson brings down the hammer, puts Viterbo in front. Later in the set, how about some defense? Missouri Baptist trying to set it up, but Sadie Treptow stands her ground, gets a big block. Viterbo in control. Now up 20-13, and Mia Quist gonna serve up an ace. The Spartans can't return it. Viterbo staying in front, and then on match point, bump set, and Martina McGrath with a big spike to close it out. Viterbo takes set 1. They would sweep it 3-0. High school football returned last night, and it was a blast. Soon the NFL and college seasons will be underway, but before that, we've still got some preseason action, including the Green Bay Packers hosting the Baltimore Ravens. No starters participating this afternoon, but the team looking to put the final touches on the roster before the season begins in September. Let's get to the action over to Lambeau. No starters for Green Bay, but they're still trying to figure out the kicking situation. Here's Anders Carlson from 54 yards out. Nails it. Sean Clifford started the game, but Michael Pratt would come in and check out this throw on the money. Bo Melton makes the catch for a big 18-yard touchdown. That puts the Packers up 6 in a little preseason Lambeau leap. Defense looked good as well. Here's Aaron Mosby. A huge hit forces the fumble. Anthony Johnson Jr. scoops it up, and he's going to take it in for a score. Packers end their preseason with a win 30-7. The real season starts September 6th against the Eagles in Brazil. We've still got just under 2 weeks until the UWL Eagles kick off their season, but today the team invited friends and family out to the stadium for their second annual kickoff party. The day opened with a tailgate party for the community, and then the team took to the field for an inter-squad scrimmage. The UWL offense starters taking on the UWL defensive starters. Both sides had their victories as the team is looking great ahead of their opener, which is set for Thursday, September 5th against RPI in New York. All right, that's all I've got for now, but come back at 10 for some Major League Baseball. We'll be right back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Whatever you were thinking, think bigger. It's the King Furniture Labor Day sale. Bigger selection and bigger discounts. Get up to 60% off the biggest names in furniture and 0% financing. Going on now at King Furniture.
More lies from Donald Trump. The truth? On Kamala Harris's watch, violent crime went down. Her record as district attorney and attorney general? Locking up child abusers, online predators, and violent offenders, and shutting down international drug cartels. Under Donald Trump, a violent crime wave, and Trump ordered MAGA extremists to kill the bipartisan border security bill. Trump just talks tough. Kamala Harris is tough.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's fall footwear sale is going on now. Shop our unbeatable selection and prices on your favorite brands of fall boots and shoes. Right now, all Skechers are buy one, get one half price. Get a free $50 gift card when you buy any pair of Thorogood boots. Plus, we buy by the truckload so we can pass more savings on to you. Like $50 off this Baronet hunting blind or a 20-inch box fan, just $19.99.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Whatever you were thinking, think bigger. It's the King Furniture Labor Day sale. Bigger selection and bigger discounts. Get up to 60% off the biggest names in furniture and 0% financing. Going on now at King Furniture.
Just a reminder that we do have that alert day out for Monday for some dangerous heat and that severe weather coming later in the night. But after that, we should have a much more fall-like week to come.
The heat is back.
The heat is officially back.
Hopefully it leaves soon.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you at 10.